Inspired by the theme for Colloquium 2014, Good to Great, Service, Opportunity, Action, Results, Soar. The NCU family launched into the 2014-2015 academic year with enthusiasm and joyful expectation. Amidst the challenges of the ever-shifting higher education landscape, the institution remained focused on its unique mission and strategic priorities, and during the period in review, recorded significant accomplishments under the 9 strategic priorities of the current 5-year strategic plan. Maintaining institutional relevance and distinctiveness, excellence in teaching and learning, advancing education through technology, quality and continuous improvement, financial viability, student-centeredness and quality of the NCU product, supportive and productive workplace environment, community engagement, commitment to wellness and healthy lifestyles. The following are brief highlights of these accomplishments. The weeks of prayer, evangelism weekends, and the annual day of prayer that were held during the year, as well as the several other initiatives spearheaded by the Division of Spiritual Affairs, played a major role in heightening spiritual awareness, encouraging temperate living, and in facilitating the development of an environment that is spiritually wholesome and distinctively Seventh-day Adventist. So far this year, 29 individuals have been baptized, representing a moderate decline compared to the same period in the previous year. The integration of Seventh-day Adventist biblical worldview into the teaching and learning experience of students was held in focus during the year, and the administration remained committed to the continuing effort to lead each student into a personal relationship with Jesus and to develop Christian character, marked by loyalty to God and selfless service to humankind. In the effort to maintain relevance, curriculum review is ongoing, and during the period in review, in addition to changes in some existing programs, several new programs were proposed to be officially introduced into the curriculum shortly. Graduate Program, MSc in Science Education. Undergraduate programs, BSc in Agronomy, Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Computer Systems Engineering, Mathematics Education, and Dietetics. Focus on the accreditation for all academic programs continued during the year with the submission of 23 additional programs to the University Council of Jamaica, UCJ, for accreditation or re-accreditation, representing an increase of approximately 70% over the corresponding period in the previous year. The completion in November 2014 of the Distance Education Multimedia Laboratory and lecture booths, and the further training of faculty in the skills and competences required to function effectively in the distance education teaching modality, enabled the university to move closer towards achieving the goal of having at least 30% of academic offerings available through distance education in the near future. During the year, the university continued to make significant strides in the area of research. Among these was the participation of the Associate Vice President for Graduate Studies and Research, Professor Paul Giles, and the Director of Research, Dr. Delana Lewis, in the first International Conference on Research put on by the Department of Education of the Inter-American Division at Antillean University in Puerto Rico in May 2015. Worthy of mention is the research on the galangal plant that is now at an advanced stage, showing significant promise for the agro-processing industry and the treatment of cancer. In spite of the adverse economic conditions that have negatively impacted enrollment in the last few years, there was a 37% increase in new student enrollment for spring 2015 when compared to the corresponding period in the previous year. With the implementation of an intense marketing and recruitment campaign during the year, it is expected that this decline will be arrested for fall 2015. The university continues to be a melting pot of cultures with a diverse student population consisting of students drawn from 30 countries, including those within the Atlantic Caribbean Union Territory. Northern Caribbean University received much acclaim within the local academic and business communities during the period in review when, once again, NCU students dominated the National Business Model Competition, a major competition in which students from the leading universities in Jamaica participated. Copying the first and third positions, the NCU teams followed in the footsteps of their counterparts in the previous year's competition. Walking away with the first place prize of $2 million, Team Jagro will go on to represent Jamaica in the international leg of the competition in Utah, United States in May 2015. The annual film festival hosted by the Department of Communication Studies was another proud moment for NCU during the year. The event displayed a conglomeration of short feature films, promotional videos, trailers, and commercials, and was once again attended by several media icons who expressed approval of the efforts of the young and aspiring artists of the institution. The all-round development of NCU students was highlighted during the year, when their prowess in sporting activities was also demonstrated with the emergence of the university's male and female badminton teams as champions in the National Intercollegiate 2014-2015 competition. In furtherance of the institutional goal of cultivating a supportive and productive workplace environment, the Human Resource Department, during the period in review, played a major role in engaging the workforce through skills enhancement, general productivity improvement, and knowledge sharing. Approximately 400 workers attended in-house training sessions in a range of personal and professional development areas. Since its launch in November 2010, NCU FM has been touching the hearts and lives of listeners locally and internationally. Following its repositioning during the year as the Education and Wellness Station, NCU FM received a major boost when the report of the independent and highly respected All Media Survey, published early 2015, credited NCU FM as one of the fastest growing radio stations locally, having more than doubled its market share, moving from 1.9 to 4.6 over a 2-year period. The station advanced in rank from 11th to 8th in a field of over 28 local radio stations. In pursuit of its nation-building agenda, Northern Caribbean University succeeded in signing memoranda of understanding with several government and community organizations during the year. Among these is that which was entered into with the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, in support of the work of that agency to promote sustainable development by ensuring protection of the environment through the research, conservation, planning, and development processes. The university also partnered with the Southern Regional Health Authority, SRHA, a statutory body of the Ministry of Health, to strengthen the competence of health professionals. The Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, which includes cooperation in the areas of nursing, medical technology, dietetics and nutrition, and public health, will also support the training of the NCU students who have to perform clinical rotations at the SRHA health facilities from time to time. Northern Caribbean University remains committed to its God-ordained mission and confident that He who has brought the institution into being and guided it through stormy weather in the past will continue to be its light in a world of darkness.